All right, the fight over Louisiana's congressional districts will hit the Supreme Court today. Now, at issue is this new map. It was approved last year, and it created a second majority black district, the state's 6th district. And you can see its unusual shape. It stretches from Baton Rouge in southern Louisiana all the way up to Shreveport. Let's bring in Rebecca Roiphe now to break down this case for us. She's a CBS News legal contributor and former Manhattan prosecutor. Rebecca, good morning to you. There are claims of racial gerrymandering at play here, but what is the central issue in this case?
Thanks. Good morning, Errol. Yes. So the Voting Rights Act, Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, prevents states from engaging in election practices that deprive people of the right to vote based on race. And for decades, states have engaged in some practices involving drawing maps that include majority Black districts in order to comply with that provision. But now what's happening is challenges repeatedly based on the constitutional bar against racial discrimination, claiming, as you said, that these are racial gerrymandering. So states are essentially sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place where they're trying to comply with the Voting Rights Act. And doing so, they are drawing some maps that have, as you say, strange patterns that are done in order to create a district in which there is a majority Black population. And in doing so, they're being met with these challenges that this is a constitutional violation. So what's at stake here is the future of the Voting Rights Act. Will the court, which has been notoriously opposed to any kind of practice that takes race into account, gut the Voting Rights Act and prevent states from doing this, which is essentially a way of making sure that Black people have a voice in politics?
And we've seen multiple redistricting cases in the past few years since the Supreme Court weakened many key aspects of the Voting Rights Act, from Alabama to Georgia and North Carolina, for example. So what can we expect the justices to focus on for Louisiana?
Well, I mean, there's always the possibility that they decide this case based on some procedural grounds. But if they take up the substance of this case, I think what's at issue is the future of the Voting Rights Act and how states engage in election practices, whether they can ensure that, for instance, in Louisiana, where Black people make up 1/3 of the population and previously only had one district in which there were majority Black people, this particular map was an effort to fix that and make it such that Black people had more of a voice in what was going on in politics in that state. So will they be able to continue those practices, or will they be forced to engage in, more colorblind activity, which may result in the weakening or the watering down of those voices in Louisiana politics?
Yeah, we'll continue to watch this for sure. Rebecca Roiphe, appreciate your insight. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Errol.